Hey folks, welcome back to Ed's Garage. Sitting here in my Ioniq 6 and wishing I had ambient light in the center console. As you can see, we have beautiful ambient lighting in the door and a pretty cool little stretch of ambient lighting on the dashboard, but the console is really dark. So today we're going to change that. I'm going to install some ambient lighting down there. Sorry, it's probably quite dark in here now. I'm going to install some ambient lighting down there. Let's get started. All right, in order to explain properly how to do this, I've already actually done it, and now I'm going to show you how I did it. So you're going to want to use proper plastic pry tools, okay? Nothing else but proper plastic pry tools. And you're going to start by removing the base at this end here, and you just kind of peel it up right on the edge there, and you can see it's held in by clips. I'll pull it out from the other side here. And you just kind of pull it up and make your way along to the back, and then take that out. So once you've got all those clips removed, it should come out fairly easily. I'll show you where all the clips are here real quick. There they all are, and then two near the back. And as you can see, the very back end kind of slots in. So starting at your front and working way to the back. All right, so that is that part. Being careful, of course, not to scratch everything. All right, so next thing is the actual plug panel, and for that you want to start along the bottom here and kind of pull this up a bit first, because there's two clips underneath. As you can see, there's one on the right and one on the left, and unfortunately while pulling this off I did snap a clip off. I'll show you what I mean here. So you pull it off a little bit, and then you got to try to get the plastic pry tools in along the sides to pull out this way. And I'll show you what that looks like now. So there you can see all of the plastic clips holding that in. And yeah, unfortunately that one snapped off on me, so I'm going to have to glue that back on. So I've kept the clip, I managed to get it back into, or managed to get it removed, and I'll just JB weld that back into place. Not a huge deal. So yeah, the blue ones are really difficult to pull out. The black ones are actually pretty easy. But yeah, as you're pulling that off, the other thing to note is, of course, the wire that connects to the 12-volt outlet, and that's this guy right here. A little bit tricky to get unplugged, but basically what I noticed was this guy right here. You just kind of push that in, and you should be able to unplug it. And then there's our 12 volts, so now we can tap into that and use that. All right, as you can see, I've got my LED light strip stuck to the bottom of that thing there, and I've actually connected up the blue and red wire, or blue and red part of the LED strip, because we want to have purple down here, because as you can see, we got purple in the normal ambient lighting. I just currently have the wires just kind of hanging down, because I'm going to tap into these. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to use tap-ins. I'm actually going to use proper connectors. I'm going to shove them in there, and then just shove the opposite end into the 12-volt port. So that's how I'm going to connect that. And now, yeah, I just got to connect this up. It won't be long. We're almost done. Get my ambient lighting back up there. There we go. And the top of this panel will hold my ambient lighting. I'm going to take a small little notch out in the middle. All right, so as you can see, I have 3 wires connected to each part of the 12-volt socket connection here. One, of course, is going to the ambient light that I've installed. One is going to the socket, of course. So I've got 2 connectors ready to go for that. And then, of course, one is going to the power for the dash cam, which will, of course, also power the Android Auto device. So I'm going to turn this on, and if my lights come on, it should be working. Yep, there we go. Ambient lighting's on. Shut the car off, and everything's off. Perfect. So it's all working. Now I'm just going to tape the heck out of this, make sure it's safe, and then I can put everything back together. All right, going to go ahead and hit the power button here. Boom, there it is. How cool is that? Now we got ambient lighting on the doors and under the center console. It's very, very bright, possibly too bright. I might have to adjust that a little bit. The only way to adjust it right now actually is to just cover it up with something. So it may come down to that. But what's cool now is that I have this done up and it's all nice and clean. As you can see, I can still use the 12-volt port here. And I did cut a little notch in the plastic up here for that to run through. I'm not sure how long this 3M is going to last. 3M I find is kind of useless when it comes to anything that's textured. So it may have a little bit of trouble hanging on, but we'll see. But yeah, it's fantastic now. It looks just amazing, especially in the darker garage here, and then I've shut the lights off. All right, guys, so if this video helped you out at all, or if you thought it was kind of cool to see a little bit of a modification on an Ioniq 6 already, by all means, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, don't forget to comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.